The man was astonished to discover that the woman before him was his wife who had passed away years ago. Unable to believe his eyes, he slapped himself. Yet this supposed wife didn't recognize the father and son standing before her at all. The son, consumed by his longing for his mother, couldn't care less about such details. He helped the woman up from the ground and brought her home. Once they arrived home, however, the woman seemed utterly unfamiliar with what should have been her own house, as if she had never been there before. Xiuya's words left the father and son at a complete loss. With just a quick exchange of glances, the two devised a plan. They told the woman that her illness had caused temporary amnesia, which explained why everything at home felt so strange to her. Listening to their far-fetched explanation, Xiuya seemed to accept the situation before her. That night, Yuzhen couldn't sleep, haunted by his wife's sudden resurrection. Unable to believe what had happened during the day, he quietly crept into his son's room in the dead of night. While his wife slept soundly, he gently touched her face and slowly moved his hand near her nose. Only after feeling the warm breath against his skin did he realize how real this all was. 3 years ago, Zhenghao's mother Xiuya had died from illness. Before passing away, she left Zhenghao a fairy tale book. According to the story, between heaven and earth lies a place called the Cloud Kingdom, where the deceased stay briefly. The penguin mother in the story had gone to the Cloud Kingdom after death. Every day, she would peer through gaps in the clouds to watch over her penguin baby on Earth. Her endless longing and tears transformed into countless raindrops, which then became a train bound for the human world. During the rainy season, she boarded this train back to Earth to reunite with her penguin baby. However, the rainy season would soon end. After spending some time with her penguin baby, the penguin mother had to leave again. So Xiuya told Zhenghao that she too would go to the Cloud Kingdom, but she would watch him grow up from there. When it rained, she would take the raindrop train to visit him. From then on, Zhenghao treated rainy days as his promise with his mother. He watched the weather forecast religiously every day, hoping for the rainy season to arrive quickly. While this promise meant hope of regaining a mother's love for the young child, it only deepened the father Yuzhen's heartache. In the days after losing his wife, Yuzhen constantly fumbled through life. He always burned the eggs at breakfast. The house was perpetually messy. He consistently buttoned his shirts wrong, and even taking Zhenghao to school became a sluggish routine. Yet he had to suppress his grief over losing his wife, maintaining a smile to comfort his son and provide him with enough warmth and sunshine. But as night fell each day, Yuzhen would sink into endless sorrow. He often secretly watched old home videos, reminiscing about the happy times when the three of them were together. But these sorrowful days truly changed with the arrival of the rainy season. One weekend morning, silky rain threads slid down the windowsill. To Zhenghao, that pitter-patter sound was a beautiful melody. It was the announcement of his mother's homecoming. He hurriedly shook his sleeping father awake and ran out in his yellow raincoat. He raced across the mottled green grass, along the lonely stretch of tracks, through the dark, deep tunnel, as if powered by endless energy, running desperately toward that hopeful train station. But after searching every corner of the station, he still couldn't find his mother. His father had to sit down to comfort him, then picked up the reluctant Zhenghao to leave. The stubborn child's longing for his mother remained tightly wrapped around his heart like vines. However, as they passed through the tunnel on their way back, they suddenly noticed a woman sitting by the tracks. Zhenghao believed it was his mother returning home, but his father found it deeply unsettling. It couldn't possibly be his wife. He firmly believed that the raindrop train from the fairy tale couldn't be real. Zhenghao rushed over, and the moment the woman lifted her head, Yuzhen was frightened to the ground.